It is race day here in Sin City. Hello, everybody. Bryan Nolen here, along with my NASCAR content director, Mr. Steven Stumpf. Steven, it is an absolute beautiful day. If you can't see, there's not a cloud in the sky here, and it should be an absolute fantastic day. Yesterday, we saw a great race that ended with Eric Amarola winning, but it is all about the Cup boys today. What's the atmosphere like for you? What's the excitement level?
I think it's pretty exciting, and we all know this is probably, in terms of winning a championship, this is probably the second most important race of the year, just because of how much an advantage it is to just have your championship 4 spot now and locked up and have it locked up. In fact, of the 11 champions in this format, 5 of them won the first race of the round of 8 and went on to win, so nearly half. So, a lot at stake today. It's a beautiful day. There's a little wind, not as windy as yesterday though, but
Fingers crossed it stays that way.
yeah, but the stands are filling up, the crowds are filling in, and I think it's going to be a very good race today.
Yeah, for the third straight week, the NFL has invaded NASCAR's territory. A couple weeks ago, we saw Charlotte, and then this week we saw Las Vegas Raiders. They are playing as well. With that being said, this should be probably the best sporting event in the state of Nevada. No offense to Titans and Raider fans, but Steven,
Well, I was going to say it probably will be, because the Raiders and Titans playing at 1 p.m. Pacific today. They are a combined 2-8.
shout out to my boy Ashton Genty, though. Do love him. And my dog, Genty. I love him and Archer as well. Let's talk about the boys, though, that are going to be on this racetrack in just less than a couple hours from now. Let's dive into these playoff contenders, because all the 8 playoff drivers are in the top 14. It all starts with the guy that I think everybody's been talking about for the past 3 weeks, and right when you say that, the wind is now picking up, Steven, so you jinxed it. But the guy that we've been talking about for the last 3 weeks, Chase Briscoe starting second. You got Bell in third. 1, 2, 3 for JGR. The last playoff driver is in 14th, that being in Ryan Blaney. What stood out to you? 8 of the 14 8 playoff drivers are in the top 14. What stood out?
Well, practice qualifying or any indication, it looks like it'd be a battle between Hendrick and Gibbs. But, as we've seen, anything can happen. Joey Logano played fuel mileage. Paul Wolf played the fuel mileage to perfection last year to snag the win away from Bell, which proved pivotal in making the championship 4. But I think the main thing is, everyone qualifying top 14. It looks like everyone is pretty evenly matched to start.
I'm looking at a couple other guys, maybe non-playoff drivers, that could potentially steal this. You got the 2311 guys, Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick in 7th and 8th, and then Ty Gibbs qualified in the 10th position. However, it looks like you said, it could be a JGR versus Hendrick. So, Mr. Stevens, I'm going to put you on the I'm gonna say it right now. Who is your pick to win this race here at the South Point Casino 400?
I'm going with Byron. The reason why is because in practice, he dominated everything. He had the second fastest lap, and then he had the fastest 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 lap averages of
pretty good.
The entire field. He qualified 5th. He has that short run speed, that long run speed. He's a former winner here back in 2023. I think he's going to get the job done. And even though he's been a little bit quiet in the second half of the year, his Iowa win being really the only time he's made noise, I think that changes today, and I think he and the 2014 will lock into the championship 4.
I put him on the spot there. I was looking for that word, but I couldn't find it when I was talking to you. I put him on the spot, and he delivered. I'm going to go with the guy. He started on the pole, or he's going to start on the pole, and he's going to clinch his ticket to the championship 4. This, I've said it for like 4 years now. I'm going to continue to say it. This is Denny Hamlin's year. Number 11 team. All the noise, all the news with his own team, 2311, with him battling Ty Gibbs, with him with the 23 a couple weeks ago, and with him with the 1 last week. He is in the news again, but this time he's going to be into victory lane. Steven, the 11 gets the job done on Sunday.
Definitely a good pick, and we saw how well Denny ran at Kansas, dominated the entire race. If it wasn't for a bad pit stop towards the end, a power steering issue, and the last 2 turns on the final lap, he very well could have won. Vegas is pretty similar. This is his first ever pole at Las Vegas. Toyota seems to have a lot of advantage on the 1.5s at the moment, but so I definitely think it'll be but I definitely think he will be one of the front runners and contenders in this one today.
It's going to be an interesting race. In March, we saw it was absolutely chaotic and crazy, unlike normal Vegas races. So I'm interested to see if it's going to be like that this time around, or if it's just going to be a cool, calm, kind of tame race. But we're just going to have to stay tuned. Green flag 2:35 local time, 5:35 p.m. Eastern time on USA. Steven, any final thoughts? And once again, what did you write about yesterday that is now on Frontstretch.com?
I wrote about Jesse Love and Nick Sanchez's post-race conversation on pit road. Got a little bit heated, no fight though, but Jesse took issue with how Nick raced him, battling for third towards the end of the race. Justin Allgaier was also critical of Nick. It seemed, and this isn't the first time that Nick has had, some controversy this season. It was him and Sammy Smith at Portland as well. So definitely seems to be a little bit of a rivalry brewing, or at least some tensions brewing. I don't think it's the end of the story for those two.
Nick Sanchez does not give a single you-know-what, so stay tuned for all of that coming up on Frontstretch.com and all of our content that we're going to be producing here in the next few hours here in Sin City. For Mr. Steven Stumpf, everybody at the Frontstretch headquarters, I am Bryan Nolen. Thank you so much for joining us. This was another edition of previewing the PRC conversation here in Las Vegas to start the round of 8 for the NASCAR Cup Series.
My Place Hotels is proud to be the official hotel partner of Frontstretch. With plush beds, in-room kitchens, and pet-friendly hotels, My Place makes for the perfect pit stop when traveling. Frontstretch fans can use promo code FRONTSTRETCH to save 10% on your stay at any of our nationwide properties. Sign up for our Stay Rewarded program to get even more savings. With My Place Hotels, don't just stay, stay rewarded.
Steven Stumpf of Frontstretch.com here. Come back for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.